It is time, my dudes. Due to the aforementioned tree incident, it's been parked up for a year while I've been doing the skyline. Now the skyline's almost done. We're gonna get going. Oh, this is nice. Ooh. It's becoming blue again. Nice. So much dirt on it. Step 1, done. I'm going to take all the glass out to take the headliner out of the E30. So I'm taking out the headliner so you can see on the inner skin what the damage is and how bad it is. That's super easy for these ones. You take out the locking strips which sit in the corner, and then the locking bracket thing, and then the locking strip, this big black thing, sits in the row like that. You pull him out, the window just pops out, and then from there all you do is you just pull this rubber seal off nice and gently so it doesn't pull the roof liner off. Now obviously, because this window is broken when the tree hit it, that glass is going everywhere. Bloody, how about this though? Work light, $60 from Bunnings. LED and everything, not too bad at all. Anyway, feels good to be doing some work on it, even if it is 7 o'clock on a Sunday night and real cold. Now, when you're doing a project of this magnitude, organisation is everything. So even things like the 2 bolts there, you just bag them, label them, because then I know exactly what they're going to be for. You tape them onto the item, just going to stick them on that, put them under the house. That way when it comes time for reassembly, you just pull out both halves of the seat and go, there are the bolts for it, and then you can just put them straight on in. You're not getting confused with a huge bucket of bolts, you're not taking time to find right fasteners, you're not using incorrect fasteners. You're just doing it right. Small steps that make things work out in the end. There we go, in the treasure trove. I putted out 2 E30s and just kept everything really. I mean, the useful stuff I've sold, but the rest of it I have all kept. Other restoration tips: get yourself a little digital camera. You take photos of everything, even stuff like the wires that come out of the speakers, these fellas here. I can't really see that, it's a bit dark, so that when it comes time to put it back together, I put the right wires on the right way the first go. It's easy. This thing is like a couple $100 maybe. You just save them all to a folder, makes it easy for you. Alright, final R32 bits, just cleaning off the overspray on the piping here from the previous owner, the Overspray King. All I've got is just some steel wool, a bit of water there on the piping, and it's just ripping the paint off it like so quickly. So if you ever have overspray and metal stuff that you don't want, like look at that, just get some steel wool, bit of water, get it done. Finished with the steel wool, just dried it off with a cloth, chuck some chrome polish on it. Not that I'm super concerned with how shiny it is, but something like that which takes all of 5 minutes to do, the difference is quite pronounced. Like, I'm not a huge chrome guy or anything, but I've got it, so I may as well make it look at least slightly good. I would prefer black, but I can't be asked to pull it all apart and make it black. If eventually, once the E30's done, I do a big fat old high mount on this with a better quality cooler on it, all the piping's going to need to change. So, not much point just yet. Parts car's given up its last piece that I needed, so he's going to get sent off to scrap. Nice. Alrighty, I've got pretty much everything out of the top half of the interior, so all the roof lining and stuff is gone. I've pulled out all of the sunroof stuff, including the motor and everything like that, all the A-pillar trims and that, just to make it easy to see what's going on with this. So the situation is, as you can see, the outer skin's pretty stuffed, but good news, the inner skin's looking pretty good. There's a very slight bend there as well where it's just pinched itself in kind of thing. So hopefully once the outer skin's cut out, everything of that should pop out pretty easily on the machine. The next step is get that done and then bring it back and we'll start fabricating to do the pedal box and diff mount and engine mounts and stuff. Yeah, so getting the roof lining and stuff back in is going to be a really awful job. So, oh, g'day mate. What's going on? Ah, you like it too? You shit my car, I'll murder you. Good. Thanks. Yeah, so hopefully I've marked enough and taken enough photos of stuff that I'll be able to get it all back in. Because man, it's going to be a terrible job doing the sunroof without any notation or anything like that. So hopefully it goes alright for me, we'll see. So I'm on my way to drop the car off, as you can see behind me, just sitting in traffic. A couple thoughts while I'm sitting here. A few people, well, a lot of people have been asking me why I'm doing it, why I'm going to so much effort to fix this car. I mean, some people are like, oh, just get another one, you know, all that sort of business. The answer to that really is that I'm too attached to the car to move on to another one of the same type just yet. I mean, I get so many memories in this car. It means so much to me. It's from the moment that I saw it for sale, a guy had it for sale there, and I was like, yeah, you know what, that seems like a great idea. You know, like the worst circumstances, like at that point I owned an MA70 Mark III Supra, and so couldn't sell that in time, so borrowed the money off mum and dad, flew up there with Alex, drove it back overnight kind of thing. It's just been such a wild ride, so many memories, so many experiences in the car that to move on to another one would just didn't sit right with me. So these days, with the way that prices are going for them, it kind of makes financial sense as well to fix that one. I mean, a couple of $1,000 for the roof fix versus like 80-ish thousand for a new one. Like, it's starting to make sense, but it just, yeah. Anybody who knows me will say that I don't get emotional about stuff, it's just not who I am. But this car, if there's one thing that does it, it's that car for me. Like, I cannot tell you how nervous I am. I just gotta fucking wedge the trailer through here. Spastic cunt sitting right in the middle of the lane. What, I got a fucking car trailer that's wider than anything else on it. Like, dead set. What do they think I'm gonna do? Just squeeze through any gap? The thing's already as wide as the lane. Fuck me. Anyway. Yeah, I don't get emotional about things, but this car I'm so nervous about everything that's happening with it now. Like, you know, last night I was awake for about an hour just going through, you know, what if they can't fix the roof? What if it's not done to the right standard? What if, you know, I take it apart and never put it back together again? Or what if I build it the whole way through and it's not as good as I thought it was going to be? Like, what do I do then? There's so many what ifs. I don't get nervous about things, but let me tell you, I am properly shitting bricks about doing this to the car and actually following through with it. I'm so excited though. For the past year and a half or 2 years or whatever it is, I think a year and a half now, April in 2016 it happened. I've been dreaming of this day for that year and a half of taking down to get it fixed. It's a huge occasion for me. And I just cannot wait to get it started into this thing. It's going to be so much fun to build it, doing everything exactly as I want. Being able to start from scratch, not worry about somebody else's fuck-ups, like not having to deal with a bolt that somebody's cross-threaded when they're putting on. Everything is going to be shiny and degreased and just fantastic. It's going to be amazing. It's such a good opportunity to be able to do this to my dream car, because that's what it is. It's a dream car. Like, there's nothing else at the moment that I would rather own. I know it sounds weird, everyone's always into that. Fucking Christ, they're sitting in my lane again. so many people are all about the supercars and stuff like that, and quite frankly at the moment I could give a single shit about that sort of thing. You can have your McLarens, your Ferraris and all that business. I just want my little BMW to work again, and we're getting really close now. It's going to be fantastic. So plan is I'll be making like an episodic style video series of it, not too long, I mean depending on what the content is, but videos showing the basis of everything that I'm doing and all that sort of thing. Take you guys along the ride with me. It's going to be a long road, but we're going to get through this. Yo, what the fuck does a Hyundai Santa Fe have Brembos on it? Alright, so the car's been dropped off at the smash repair. It's going to be a couple of weeks and then I go pick it up, I guess. It was actually one of the most difficult drives of my life. The trailer was wider than the lanes in a lot of cases and so much traffic as well. But it's done, it's there. I just need to wait.